Thanks, Mike. A boy who was blinded by gunfire is now a character in a book, and that book was recently transcribed to braille.
Today, I went to the Kentucky School for the Blind, where his peers got to read the book for the first time with their teacher.
Okay, so you closed it, so open and turn the next page, please.
This page?
Remember, Miss Evers said we're just going to try our hardest to follow along and listen.
It's your average lesson plan.
Teamwork makes the dream work. I'll see you afterwards.
In your average classroom.
Wow, that's a lot of braille.
But these kids and the book they're reading are anything but average.
Front of the book has a picture of a young boy that looks similar to Malakai, who comes and visits our classroom, doesn't he?
The book Adventures with Malakai was inspired by their classmate, Malakai Roberts.
We know this word. It's a .50. What is it? McKenna? One. So one sunny afternoon, Malakai, Uncle P, Max, and Roxy were finishing their bowls of Snoop Loots.
He wrote it with Master P, known as Uncle P in the story.
He's super adventurous. He just loves to get into stuff. He loves to ask questions. You know, he loves to take things apart. So he's got a very curious soul.
Malakai was blinded by gunfire when he was shot inside his home just days before Christmas in 2020. He was 5 years old at the time.
Even though you lost your eyesight, you can still do many things like ride a bike.
That's why it was critical for Adventures with Malakai to be transcribed to braille.
That allows more people to have access to the book. It's just wonderful. You know, since going blind, like, we look for braille everywhere we go. We go to a restaurant and, you know, ask for the braille menu and kind of like just look for it everywhere. And we get excited when we find it. So to be able to have his book in braille really means everything.
Being from Lexington, he comes to Kentucky School for the Blind about every 6 weeks for a program for kids from all over the Commonwealth.
And they know Malakai. He's their friend, and for them it shows, you know, kids that are blind or visually impaired, they can do anything that other kids can. They may just have to do it a little differently or have things adapted for them, but they're just kids.
Put your hands at the top of that
and
left
to be an
page.
inspiration for others to understand they can do anything they put their mind to.
Okay.
The American Printing House for the Blind, which is right next door to this school, transcribed the book to braille.